You need to understand how to use barricades better. But yeah, you're doing it. You knew how to shoot your gun. What were you missing? You started off strong, and then you started missing.
I think I missed 2.
Yeah.
I missed that black one.
There's a black one.
The one that you can barely see.
Oh, good thing I have a map. I guess I'll see for myself.
The fourth one.
Normally, I interview shooters that have been shooting for a while or the match directors, but the match we just came from unfortunately kind of suffers from growing pains, I guess you could say. So I'm actually talking to my brother, Henk. So we just finished shooting 2-gun action match at Pima Pistol Club. Apparently they just started up again. They used to do it a while, then they stopped for a year. Now they're up again with new match directors. This is your second time shooting it. What's your opinion on that match?
It could be more efficient. Less time wasted by having a script in the beginning that they read from. They know what they're going to say so that they reduce all the ums and alsos. That way everyone hears the rules and we're ready to move on from the briefing as quickly as possible. And when we're at the stage that we're at and each shooter is done with their course of fire, the next shooter should be ready so that they can immediately set up as soon as the all clear is given. That will get rid of the, one shooter's done with their course of fire, all clear is given, and now the next person in line goes, oh, okay, it's my turn. Let me go set everything up now. Let me get ready. No, they should be ready immediately when the all clear is given, and then they go and set up. So that way things move quicker and it's more efficient. Less time is wasted. Those are my 2 biggest
cons that they should fix.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other cons?
No, not that I can think of off the top of my head.
What are the pros?
The pros is the culture is awesome. People are there to have fun and test themselves. Everyone's welcoming, kind. A lot of experience. New shooters, old shooters. And the stages are fun. They're set up to, some have obstacles, some are more straightforward. So there's that variety.
Mm-hmm. It's a pretty low round count competition or match compared to a lot of matches I shoot. Do you like that or dislike that? Or do you have an opinion on it?
No, I don't really have an opinion on it. I like it just because I didn't have to reload any of my mags. I brought 2 pistol mags and I went through 3 rifle mags only because the first 2 rifle mags I had to downgrade to 5 each.
Yeah. So you really didn't go through a full rifle mag?
No. I went with all the shots that I took. I went not even through one entire rifle magazine.
Wait, so that means you didn't go through your pistol ammo either? Or did you? Did you have more pistol rounds?
No, I mean I had...
Because you had the 2 loaded magazines.
Right.
And that was it?
That's all I had to use.
Oh, wow.
I might be a mistake. I brought 3 magazines. 2 were fully loaded, the other one wasn't. And I didn't go through all of them.
Okay.
I still have 1 magazine of rounds left in it. I don't know how many. It wasn't full. I just didn't check my gear before leaving.
So Henk doesn't have the most practical competition shooting experience. He's done 1 steel challenge and 2 gun action matches, both of them being a Pima pistol, the steel match being at Phoenix Rod and Gun. So he really doesn't have like a baseline to draw from. I wouldn't call him a new shooter. I think he's a good shooter, especially by comparison to some of the people that were there that probably have had their guns for as long, if not longer. Do you have any other thoughts about that match that you haven't expressed? Good,
No,
bad,
I
good,
mean,
bad, or indifferent?
the only things I can speak on, again, is the efficiency of it all. I am a new shooter, but I have experience in systems. And so making a system more efficient is common sense.
Yeah.
So just, not to say that they managed it, you know, in a bad way. It's just
Inefficient.
those
and
are
slow.
those inefficiencies were obvious to me, and there are obvious fixes to them. So I think it would, you know, everyone would benefit from getting rid of those inefficiencies.
Yeah.
Having a script read from for the debrief and for every stage, which they have one for every stage, but I don't think they had one for the debrief
Like
itself in the beginning.
initial safety briefing.
Right.
Yeah.
And not to, like, you know, safety is also generally common sense, but it's just to get rid of just to have something in front of you to read from so that every point is covered and you're sure every point was covered.
Yeah.
And to get rid of the ums and also.
Yeah.
You just read from it.
Know what you're going to say before you say it.
Yeah.
No.
And then making sure that the next shooter is ready to
go
to stage when the all clear is given.
That's pretty common in competition shooting. Like, people are usually ready to go when they're called out. I think a lot of the shooters there don't do your typical competition matches, so I don't know if they're used to that culture. I mean, one gentleman in particular wasn't really aware of what constitutes as breaking the 180. I'm not going to talk on that too much. I mean, yeah, I feel like that's, you know, like I said, normally I would want to talk to the match directors, but this match just ran so long and we don't live in the area. So we left before finishing the last stage. So hopefully next time it'll be better. It's just unfortunate because this is the second time we've done this, and in the second time in a row, it started off an hour late too, which kind of sucked.
It's not terribly long.
No,
it's just there's a lot of time that
it's wasted.
Could not be wasted.
Yeah,
and there are obvious fixes to it.
A whole hour was wasted just starting. We didn't start until almost an hour after the prescribed start time of the day. But it is a fun match. I do enjoy it. I like that it's a low round count match. Do I want a higher round count match? Yeah, of course I do. But there are other matches if I want to do that. So if you're someone who doesn't own a lot of magazines or doesn't want to shoot a lot of ammo, this is a good match for that. What would you tell a new shooter, generally speaking, when it comes to doing these things, which you have a limited pool of it, but if you could tell a new shooter about going to matches, competitions, what would you tell them? Or what do you think about that?
Know how your gear works. Everything's a system. Everything comes down to do you know how your system works? Do you know how your gun works? How to operate it? Do you know where your gear is placed in which pockets? So that way you're not, fumbling around like, oh, where did I put this magazine, or where did I put my chamber flag or whatever. Just know where your stuff is. Have a spot for everything. Know how your machine operates. so that you can operate it efficiently.
I believe we have everything.
And that's
About it.
Yeah.
That's it. I think that's usually what I ask. What do you think about the match? What are your opinions? What do you normally like? If you could give new advice, what would you give? I guess we can just end it with how do you feel about matches so far with what little you do you think it's worth it, or do you think it's not worth it for people to do matches?
Worth it in what sense?
Who say they're into shooting or getting better into shooting? Just to keep it general and broad. People who say they are into shooting or want to be better at shooting, do you think that doing matches is worth it?
I mean, yeah, it gives you I mean, you can do it all by yourself. You don't need to go to a match.
No.
You can just, as long as you have a timer and you go to a range or wherever, you can test yourself. But I guess the pros about going to a match is you don't know how the stage is going to be set up
Until you get there.
And sometimes, I mean, you do know the course of fire. They post it online.
Yeah.
But when, like, that one stage that we had today, they flipped around the targets.
Yeah.
In the hostage scenario. You know, the hostage is they move it, so they switch up the targets. So in that sense, yeah, you don't know what you don't know what stage is, how it's going to be set up. So it's just a fun test for yourself, and you can compare yourself to other people. And I mean, that's what I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Usually I shake people's hands. I'm not shaking your hand. I got to get a fork for this thing. Later, everybody.
Stand by.
Decided we're so tired we could barely
Muzzle.
I got excited.
Weekend only. So it doesn't count. There you go.
Okay, shooter, if you
What can is on?
It's a sick ass.
hugged by a bun. Toasted.
Yeah, I got a Huxworks fucking
But not-
Omega 9 Ti on my MP5. That thing's noisy as fuck.
Dude, yeah, I mean, the PTR is, it's literally, you know, the earphones you're shooting,
That's
a
it.
little super, but like, I've got a big 5.56 cam, I have, like, I'm shooting in those
You know where they have those?
PTR shooters. I've seen something live.
Yeah.
But you're sacrificing, like,
Yeah,
the
but
vent
they're not
so
like
it's
this.
long, they also, it's like that long. But,
Or
Purists.
Or
You're fundamental.
or we can find a truck and buy them there. It might
yeah,
be
it's
cheaper
like,
because
it's
the
like
one
this
that
big, but it's beating all the other cans.
Really? Huh.
Some resolution.
I run an HRT on that 11.5.
I think I'm after one.
got like an accident. Your ears are on though. Yeah. I'm just telling them like, don't load. but
He should have said ceasefire.
I thought I heard load.
Yeah. He should have said ceasefire. He probably hasn't been like an RO or.
And that's the other thing too. Like I thought he said load.
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
Before, when I was shooting the rifle,
Yeah.
he was like, shoot. I'm like, I'll shoot it.
I don't know. Yeah. And you know what? That might have been my fault because I told him it's your first match, not your first match. That you're still learning the isms. Because what I meant by that was if you tell someone load and make ready, that's just the natural command to ready yourself. When you give the command load and make ready, it doesn't always mean you have to load the gun. It just, that's the opportunity to check the brightness level, position the weapon how you need to, all that stuff. That's all that is. Since it's an unloaded start. So you do everything you normally would, but you keep it unloaded. And so traditionally speaking, if someone tells you load and make ready, it just means do what you have to do for the stage. That's all. That's what I was trying to tell him to tell you, basically. But I think that got lost in translation. Load your mags, man. Do that here? Yeah, you can just let the gun out. You can load your mags. All right, it kind of seems